my father knew that something is, a thing about me, and he wanted me to get married because he didn't know any better.
So you ran away and you came to America, and now
Yeah.
obviously you aren't still in contact with your family. They know that you're living.
My father died like after a couple of years, and
Okay.
everything fell on me. So I took over. That's what I'm saying. Every family, I wish nobody should be gay. Okay, but if there's a push come to shove, every family should have a gay child, man, a guy or a girl. At least they will stay with their parents to the end because they love parents, children, always gay children and lesbians. They love their family very much. And I did the same thing. I sacrificed a lot for my family. I brought them to America, but still they did not accept me wholeheartedly. Grudgingly
So
they accepted.
is it something that they just don't discuss? I mean, everybody knows that you're homosexual.
Yeah,
you're
but
not hiding the fact that you are.
No.
It's not something that you sit around the dinner table and
No,
talk
no.
about.
They're very uncomfortable if I ever try to use that word gay in front of my nephews and all that kind of stuff. Although they are more advanced than my brothers and sisters are, so they know everything. They're born in America. But the thing is, I don't want nobody should be converted because I'm a homosexual. Don't look at me now that I'm all successful and all. I worked very hard.
Really worked really hard for it.
Yeah.
We're having a really interesting conversation with Ifti Nasim, an openly gay Muslim poet. You're watching Broken Silence. We'll be back after this short break. Hi, welcome back to Broken Silence. I'm Sanyya Gardez. Joining me is a very special guest, Ifti Nasim, a openly gay Muslim poet. If we were talking about your childhood and your family, and obviously you are not a closeted gay, you're quite open about your homosexuality, and you have done a lot of good for the community in terms of being an activist, anti-war activist. Do you think the stigma attached to being a homosexual will die down in our generation, or do you think it's going to take at least a couple more generations before that happens?
I don't think it's going to happen that quickly because remember, since Judaism, Jews, and then Christian, and then Muslims, 1400 years we are, and it's been propagated that gays are wrong, homosexuality is wrong. Even when the British was in India, combined India and Pakistan, they have the British common law, penal code 377, they're just abolishing it. But it's been appealed. Same thing happened in California, Proposition 8, same-sex marriage. They appealed it, and now there's no same-sex marriage. So it's going to take a struggle. It's like the struggle of women, suffragette movement in America, where women could not go to school, they did not have inheritance, and suffragette movement started, and they are struggling. Still women are struggling. Look at this, what happened. Hillary Clinton wanted to be president, but America is so misogynist. They took a black man instead of Hillary Clinton, which has more experience. Barack Obama, I know. British has got still romantic relationship with
Obama.
Barack Obama, so don't even start with me about that. Okay? I mean, the guy blatantly say that I'm going to take Afghanistan, I'm going to take the army from Iraq and put him in Afghanistan. Drones are attacking Pakistan.
We cannot be bashing Barack Obama because he's my homeboy, and I am a complete supporter of him.
He's my homeboy too. Remember, he's from Chicago.
That's right.
He's my neighborhood. He's in my neighborhood. But the thing is, I'm not bashing him. But
I know it's going to take, I'm quite aware that it's going to take maybe 100 years or so before there isn't such a stigma attached to being a homosexual. However, if you look back to Urdu poetry from the Mughal days, Urdu poetry as back as you can look back, there has been poetry that's been very gay-oriented. So why is it okay to write about it in your poetry and not live it?
But here's the situation. First of all, Urdu poetry was a gay-friendly poetry. Okay, it was not a gay poetry, it was a pedophile poetry. Because it comes from Iran. The tradition of pedophile comes from
What do
Iran.
you, wait, I need you
It's
to
called
clarify
Sheher
about
Ashob.
that.
It's called Sheher Ashob poetry.
Okay.
Because the children who were, okay, most of the bars, now they call it bars, mehkhana, they were, the children were the one because the girls could not work in there, so they tell the children to go and serve drinks. And after a couple of drinks, people change, mind change, so they write beauty of the child, it's a most morally, like Mir Sher, उसी अतार के लौंडे से दुआ लेते हैं
अच्छा।
या गालिब सब्ज़ाए खत से तेरा काकुले सरकश न दबा ये ज़मुर्रद भी हरीफ़े दमे अफीना हुआ. I for one, I'm against pedophiles.
Well, yeah,
I
well,
hate
I
people
should
who
hope
molest
so,
children.
of course, yeah.
Because gay people don't want to be close to children. They like the same age group people.
Right.
And you cannot...
Well, you've mentioned that before. Do you think that people, there's that connotation that being a homosexual and being a pedophile is kind of interrelated? I mean, you think
No,
people,
not at all.
No, I'm saying, do you think that people have that kind of misconception? Because you've said this a couple of times now, and I'm thinking, have you correlated these two things because that's what you think people think?
People think that way because that's a misconception that,
clearly,
homosexual
clearly.
or gays are pedophiles. Okay, look at my example. I've been molested when I was a child by my own relative, okay? And most of the people...
I have to stop you really quickly there because now, we have done a show on homosexuals, and when we were doing that show, there were people that were saying if you were molested as a child and you were a boy, there are some chances that you might be a homosexual because of that experience.
I'm going to come to the word that when people go, it's called jail syndrome. When you go to jail, you're a straight man, married. In jail, you do all kind of experience. You get the bottom, you are top, your bottom, your top. Okay, I'm using
But how can a straight man have sex with another man and then say that he's straight, that he's not straight anymore?
No. It's not a stigma. It's not a disease.
No, but what I'm saying is if you are a straight man, then you would not ever have sex with another man.
When you're in jail and you have nothing going on, people do with the goats. When in the field. Yeah, I mean, come on. It's a human psyche. Sexuality, you cannot stop it, okay? You cannot stop the sexuality. In jail, straight people do with each other, okay? When they come out, they go to their wives and...
What is that called, jail syndrome, you said?
Jail syndrome,
okay.
Yeah, it's a jail syndrome. Same thing in our culture. Before that, we did not have any women available. They say, women are not available, that's become the homosexual. Then what in America and Europe? Women were available all the time.
Right.
So actually you're born as a gay person. Something triggered you become a bisexual, because pressure of society, religious pressure, and your inner side, you're weak. Spiritually you're weak. So you become bisexual and marry a woman. After a couple of years, when you reach 40, suddenly you don't want to do anything, you have no control on your limbs, and they say, oh, I just realized I have a revelation overnight, I was sleeping, that I am gay, They come out, give me a break, you knew it already.
Wait, listen, I don't agree, I mean, not that I don't agree. I just think that if somebody's bisexual, I don't really think they're bisexual. I think they're just not confident enough to say that they're gay.
I'm homosexual.
Right, that's it. So they use that kind of, they use that kind of label. No, I'm just bisexual or bi-curious.
Actually, there are people I've seen, they are trisexual. They try everything.
Now, you said you're in your opening in your book. You thank a few people, your partner, and you thank all the people that you've slept with.
Yeah.
Now, there's also that generalization, I guess you could say, that if you're homosexual, you are quite a sexual person, and you're quite have an active sex life. For you, that is true.
Actually, gay people are sexual athletes.
Are they?
Yeah, they like to experiment a lot because when there is a pressure, it's a pressure cooker. Society is a pressure cooker for homosexuals. Let me ask you a question.
Oh no.
A guy take you out for dinner. Okay, you're married, so I'm not going to take you. Okay, a pretty girl like you.
Okay.
Okay, he takes her out. And he's standing waiting for the light to change. Suddenly they hug each other and kiss each other. Start kissing passionately.